Good afternoon and welcome back to Life in Every Season. Hope you're having a good Sunday. It's rainy and cold and damp here. So today, I just kind of wanted to go over, I'm really excited because we've been planning our new garden. And by the way, if you see cats scurrying around, they're just wide open because they're not able to go out today. But I wanted to show you guys the seeds that I've gotten so far for our 2023 garden. We're still, like I told you the other day, we're going to still have to do a lot of amending to the soil. And most of everything I've got, we're going to be starting from seed. I'm going to wait a little longer in the season, maybe to get some onion sets and a few other plants that I don't start from seed. But the majority of what we're going to grow, we're going to be starting from seed ourselves. So let's get started. This nice big pile right here is from Johnny's Seeds, Johnny's Selected Seeds. They were really good with their customer service. I called, I didn't know, what kind of alternatives they would have for things if it was not in stock any longer. So I wanted to talk to a human being. I had wonderful customer service with them. So let me go through real quick. I did order some flowers from Johnny's. I ordered some hybrid snapdragons because I just think they're beautiful. And when Bruce and I were first engaged in dating, he had a dog that loved to eat the snapdragons in his mother's garden, which she didn't always enjoy, but they remind me of the dog Libby. And we actually have a cat named Libby now. And then I got some giant marigolds. They're going to be big orange marigolds. And then the rest of everything else that I got from Johnny's was basically vegetables and herbs. Got some cucumbers, some sage, some German Johnson tomatoes. These are regular slicing tomatoes and canning tomatoes. It's not a paste tomato. Some Promise green cabbage, some more herbs, some cilantro. I'm going to try growing some bolero carrots. We may end up having to make a couple of raised beds so that we have soil that's not rocky or clay. So these will actually grow the way we want them to. And I'll be sure we get a video of that. Sorry, cats are jumping at my scarf. I got some more basil. Jalapenos. My brother has this wonderful recipe for hot pepper butter, and it's basically a mustard made with Hungarian hot wax tomatoes, a lot of different sugar, vinegar, some mustard, but I am planning to put some of the jalapenos in this. Yes, the cats are going nuts because they're stuck inside. I got some purple Cherokee, some Cherokee purples. If you guys have never had a Cherokee purple tomato, go and find yourself one. These things are some of the best tasting slicing tomatoes that you could ever want. San Marzano 2. This is a paste tomato. This is what I'm going to plan to make all of my tomato sauce this year. I didn't get any Amish paste. I've done those before, and I've also done Roma, but I love the flavor of San Marzanos. I don't know if we're going to have as much vibrant, wonderful taste that they have when they're grown in Italy, but we're going to keep our fingers crossed for that. Another heirloom paste tomato. This one is called Cipolle's Pride, and it's similar to the San Marzano. Got some Patterson onions. Now this one, we're going to start onion from seed. I may be crazy, I know, but if you see right here that says F1, that means that this is a hybrid. And that F1 means that if we were to save the seeds and try to grow the exact same plant the next season, it wouldn't be the same. It's a hybrid, so it's hard to reproduce. So the majority of what I have bought from Johnny's and all of my seeds are heirlooms so that I can collect the seeds and have the seeds for the next year. Then I got some Bloomsdale spinach, Bright Lights, Swiss chard. I have never really cooked with Swiss chard. I'm curious. I like kale. I like Brussels sprouts. I like anything like that. So I'm hoping this will turn out good. If you guys have any good suggestions on how to cook it later this season, send me some comments on it. romaine lettuce and green salad bowl lettuce. Some bush beans. They're called jade. We've grown these in the past. They're a stringless green bean. They're along the same lines as a tenderette. They do grow a little bit longer than, say, Blue Lake bush beans. I really have an issue with strings in my food, and so that's why I'm always growing bush beans. And then they sent me this really large packet, and that is a lettuce collection. And it was one of their fancy things, so we thought we would try that. I also, because we're starting all of this stuff indoors, and it's been a long time since we've actually grown a garden. And long story short, I don't have as much of the items and equipment that I used to have when we had our little hobby farm back in 2007. But what I did get from, this is also from Johnny's Select Seed, is I got these biodegradable pots. There's 160 of them in just one container. I thought that might be plenty for what we're doing here, but I also picked up these square row biodegradables. I'll be using that for probably my onions to start with. We'll see. I'm not really sure. And then I bought 2 sets of seedling trays. This one's got, I think it's a 1.5 inch square. And there's 5 trays on it. One of these, this one has 72. And then I got one more that has bigger squares in it. I believe they're 2 inch. And it has 36 things. And it has 5 trays in it as well. So let me get this put back, and I'll show you a couple of other things. I'm so excited about gardening. I have missed getting my hands in the dirt. So that was my Johnny's haul. Sorry, we had to take a little pause in our conversation because the kittens were just terrorizing a cardboard box, and it was distracting.
P-A-W-S, pause.
Pause. P-A-W-S, pause. The next company that I used is a local company to us. They're based out of Asheville, North Carolina, and they sell heirloom organic seeds. They sent me their 2023 catalog. Now, I did have to do all of this online. I wasn't able to get through to a customer service, but I love the front of their seed packets. I got some foxgloves, and look how beautiful the front of the seed packet is.
There, I got you in focus.
Perfect. Okay. And then I got what they call Autumn Beauty. I love sunflowers, and these have the big mammoth heads on them. But again, some of their artwork on their seed packaging is just absolutely beautiful. Then I got this funny little tomato. It is called Sapotec Pleated. It's actually a tomato, but it's got ribs all around it. That's where they call it the pleated. So I'm excited to see how this is going to turn out. Look at this, San Marzano. I'm really hoping that these take off. We lost so many tomatoes last year that I feel like I got to triple plant everything. And look at this little guy. This is beets, and they're called Early Wonders. Look at the little beet man. I just think he's so cool. And then I got some Detroit dark beets, some heirloom Hungarian hop wax. Bruce likes asparagus, and it takes 3 years before you can actually harvest it. We grew it at our other farm, and so we decided to go ahead and do asparagus again. And so I'm going to start what they call Mary Washington asparagus seeds, and we'll get that in the ground. And my last one is some more onion seeds, and this is called Texas Early Grano. Again, this is from a company called So True Seeds. They are based out of Asheville. I will put a link in the show notes of their website. So if you're interested with that. And I've also got an outstanding order that I haven't received yet from Southern Seed Exposure. Now, just a quick little glimpse at how I'm trying to keep myself organized. My husband and I both have done accounting in our previous career, so we do kind of like to put things into Excel to keep them organized. So this is my spreadsheet that I made for just keeping track of everything. I have them in three different columns. One is for Johnny Seed, Southern Seed Exposure, and Sow True Seeds. And then I kind of tried to keep sections. This top part is for flowers. Then we go down to herbs. Then we go down to vegetables. And then we went down to tools. And this eye here on the side of where the tomatoes are, that's an eye, it's not a one. That means that's an indeterminate plant. That was kind of important information because of when we get ready to possibly plant some of these in the high tunnel. But as I receive each one of the packets of seeds, I just marked it green to let me know, hey, yes, I did get it. And then anything like this, the zinnias, Johnny Seeds was completely sold out of that. So that's in red, meaning I didn't get it. The basil, this was one thing I really liked about Johnny's, was I had a different basil selected, a Genovese, but they were sold out of it. But they had a recommended alternative. So that's what I've got here. It's called Aroma 2, which is that basil that I showed you earlier. And then as things come in, I will mark them off. I am still waiting on another pack of Mammoth sunflower seeds. This is from Southern Seed Exposure. And I am going to try some pole green beans this year. They're called Ideal Market Creasy Back Pole Beans. And I have never had creasy backs, but this past year I worked part-time doing payroll for a local farm here in eastern Tennessee. It's a big strawberry farm. And long story short, that was something that we would get calls for nearly every single day, was creasy backs. So I'm going to try them and see what all the fuss is about. I'm hoping I've got a schedule for when each one of these need to be planted and how long they need to be indoors. So you'll see more videos on actually getting this stuff into the dirt and into the seeds. And I'm so excited. I am so excited about getting ready for spring and new life everywhere. Thank you guys so much for stopping by at Life in Every Season. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope this information has been helpful for you. Thanks. Have a great afternoon.